Okay, so now we're going to create an application form for the Structured Masters application that we just created a workflow for. The course in question is cancer research, and the name of this applicant is going to be Tom Joyce. Okay, in fact I've just put the first Tom Joyce in the first name, so I'm just going to take that out there and put Joyce down here in the last name. Alright, and date of birth here, I'm going to select, let's give this guy a date of birth of 23rd of March 1982, and this guy's gender is male. Very straightforward. I'm going to the next page of the application. Address line 1, very simple here, so number 6 Big Road. And the phone number 087 333 3333, and then we're going to submit that application form. Okay, so now we've finished the application form, we've submitted it. So what's going to happen now is the first assessor in the workflow that we nominated earlier during workflow creation time should have received an email. So clicking into their email, so this is the inbox for the assessor number 1. This person is called, we've just named them Pack 20 demo assessor number 1, and they're one of the members of the group of the first group we created in the workflow there for the international office. So you can see here that we've received an email. Clicking into the email, we can see, we'll get the last one that came up today. There's a couple of demo ones we did earlier. So opening up the last email today, so it just came in 2 minutes ago there, and I have pending tasks, assessment, application assessment, pending assessment, and I'm just going to click into this link. Of course, in time, this is just a sample template for the time being, but this will create this will have a lot more information as to what the work that's needed to be done. And in fact, we're also going to introduce a feature whereby we don't spam the assessors, such that these emails end up being a summary every day or every 7 days. Okay, so I'm going to click in to assess this application. It's going to open up the assessment. So straight away it just brought me straight into the assessment in question. I can see here over the left I have a number of other pending applications of people that were submitted recently, but you know what, they're pending work that maybe I didn't do yet. In fact, what I'm trying to show here is that the automated workflow is bringing me right into the assessment of the application we've just received. So Tom Joyce for the Structured Masters course, and I can see the name and the date of birth and everything we entered. And we click on the document, and we don't have document uploading just on this application yet, so this is just an example for the time being, but this would open up the application PDF, and it might be their IELTS or some kind of English competency information in this example. I can click through the stages of the workflow just as the applicant could see them, so over and back I can see all the information. We're going to introduce another feature over here, which is to show all of the information on one page, but we think for the time being it's nice to have the application form in its different sections as the applicant would have seen it. Okay. Alright, so moving back to this section, I'm going to now proceed. I've decided this person is a good fit for, in terms of their English competency, I'm going to proceed. Okay, so having assessed that portion of the workflow, it's now left the international office, and an email should be sent to the next assessor. Okay, so I'm going to open up, I have Firefox open with another email address here, and you can see an email just popped in. So this guy was, we called him demo assessor number 2, and he was in the group for, I think the second section in assessment, if I remember correctly, was for qualifications, to assess the qualifications. And this guy has now received an email. I'll just go down here. There's a number of other ones we did earlier for some demonstrations. I'm clicking into in question, and now it's arrived, and I've got my Tom Joyce, all the same information, and the instructions in this case are please assess the viability of this applicant for the course. So I probably should have highlighted it there a moment ago, but on the international, for the international office, the instructions were different. So this is some personal assessment, and I'm going to select the viability. So I might be looking through the application form and deem this person to, maybe look at his documents and deem this person to be viable for the course because they got the correct degree or whatever it might be to be able to do this master's. Okay, so moving to the end, I then proceed to the next stage in the workflow, and so on and so forth. I think my other email is should be here for the third assessor. I think I opened them in Internet Explorer, And yep, we just got an email actually now at 9:53, right a moment ago. And this assessor automatically has been emailed and said, hey, guy, you need to go and do some application assessment. And this guy was the course quota guy. Now, this is an Internet Explorer. We're not just supporting Internet Explorer just yet, so I'm just going to copy this shortcut out of here. So I can open this back over in Chrome. Obviously, Internet Explorer will be supported shortly, but it's just not on our warpath right now. Okay, so I'm going to open that link back over in Chrome, and it again brings me back to Assess 101, which was the link I already had open. But you notice now that the fill quota was the name of this section, work assessment section, and the instructions are please select the best applicants that fill the course quota. Okay, very shortly we're going to have a section down the bottom, or panel down the bottom here, which are going to show all of the other applicants in this course. This should be along very, very shortly. So for the moment we can see that we'll be able to assess this applicant, and of course proceeding then will move them through the end of the workflow, and the applicant will get an email back. So that sort of completes our workflow demonstration, whereby we're showing that an application can be made. Very simple application in this example, but we could go as complex as we like. The application gets made, and along each stage in the workflow, the progression is automatically emailing the different people in the workflow, different people along the process, to tell them you have work to do. You must get in there. Here's all your work to do, and indeed all of their other pending work is also shown over here on the left. So clicking, in fact, on these, if I didn't want to assess this person right now, I could click any of these and make the assessments. So that completes our demonstration for now. Stay tuned shortly for more videos.